This past weekend, we had the pleasure of staying in St Lucia, just down the north coast from us, and I filmed everything and I wanted to take you with me and show you everything that we saw. So we started off super early. We were on the road by 5 and we just wanted to get there and kind of book our excursions because everything online was fully booked. So we got there super early and the only guy out on the street was this warthog. Oh my goodness, he was massive. And definitely a shock to the system. I won't lie to you, it's not every day that we see a warthog in the streets unless you live in a St Lucia apparently. So once we had booked all of our excursions, which is super exciting, I'll show you just now, we went to our hotel just to look around, not check in yet because it was still super early. But we went down the paths at the back of the hotel and we saw genuine hippo footprints. Can I tell you how I turned around and I left G in the bushes? I was out of there. And then once we got up to the hotel, we saw all these beware of the hippo signs. We were literally in their stomping ground, so I'm super happy that nothing happened. So after our almost hippo encounters, we decided to take ourselves back to the land of the humans and get some brekkie. Then we were just walking around down the beach and we saw the cutest little pub. It reminded us of our Mauritian holiday and we just had to stop and have a beer. After that, the bartender actually suggested that we head down to the boardwalk, this is not what I was expecting. I was expecting like our promenade. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, it was super cold, so I'm glad I had my jacket. But yeah, it was just a stunning day to be out and about, and we saw a man called Blessing makes these, and they were divine. So you go up on these sandy paths off the boardwalk and you're onto Cape Vidal Beach. And this is literally where I grew up, so it was very nostalgic. Then we took a quick drive, literally 100 meters down the road, to the ski boat club and had a cold one before checking into our hotel. We had the most divine room. I could not be happier. In fact, when I go back, I'm definitely staying in this room. It was so cutely set up and our view was really incredible. We wanted to look at the river because this is where the hippos come up at night. That night we took it super low key, so we just went to dinner and rested in our room. I really wasn't feeling well. You can hear I'm sick. Like we took it super chilled. The next morning, we decided to fuel up at the breakfast station. It was a delicious fruit and yogurt and nut spread along with a warm breakfast. So we were super duper happy with that. Super stoked about that. And on our way back through the hotel, we saw these little warthog. It's the same ones from yesterday. And we just had to say hey. Shortly after, we headed out on a 2-hour river cruise. Now I expected to be bored out of my mind. I'm not lying to you. We did this because of G. But I was so stoked. I don't know if you saw that little crocodile on the stick there. It was hiding from the Legovon just up the bank from it. So we went along. We saw all the hippos. I was so incredibly happy. It was incredible. I will do it again. Quite interestingly enough, all these different hippos that I filmed are different families. And the first hippos that I filmed were called the townies, and those are actually the hippos that come into town at night. After our boat tour, we had to fuel up because straight after we had a 3-hour sunset game drive. We saw some buck and we saw some other animals. So we have some warthog and we saw some zebra. It was absolutely stunning. Yeah, the nice thing about this drive is we actually got off the car a lot. Like normal game drives, you just get off once and you kind of sit the whole time. This one we were walking around, so it was super fun. Here it is. And we ended off with the hippos at sunset. Well, I thought that the excitement was done for the day, but when we were getting dressed for dinner, we literally saw hippos in the garden that I showed you earlier. Anyway, we went to dinner, we had a lovely night, and we saw some dancers on the street. And we just walked home. And while we were walking home, we had some visitors. Thank you for sharing this weekend with us and watching this far. We had a beautiful weekend and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!